Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So first I need to let you guys know that it's 2 a.m. in the morning and I'm doing this. Yes, that's Mike and Molly on Comedy Central. Yeah, and I'm in my room. I'm in my comfort zone right now, not in my previous setup. So now let's talk business. Today's video I'm gonna be explaining stuff. I'm not gonna go into too much detail, but it's gonna be an overall, I'm gonna give you an overall view, and also it's gonna be a little longer than my previous videos, so please bear with me. It might be longer, it might not. Let's see what happens. I have no idea, I'm new in this, and of course, and also a lot of you have asked me what process I go through before like doing makeup, putting foundation, primer on. The skincare I'm gonna show you guys today. Yeah, so without further ado, please keep on watching. Okay, first I'm gonna use this Clinique clarifying lotion twice a day exfoliator. You should use this Clinique product twice a day. I tend to use it after showers. I take 2 showers every day, and yeah, I use it twice a day. And also if I'm using makeup that day, I always use it like before putting on the primer and the moisturizer. So this basically exfoliates my skin. Yeah. Next I have this Garnier Skin Naturals Wrinkle Lift. It is, and I've said it before, it's a very inexpensive product. This little box, it took only 160 bucks, and yeah, and I totally recommend this as a moisturizer before you put on your primer or your foundation, anything. And this works amazingly. It's amazing hydration and it feels amazing on the skin. So this was my skin prep before putting on any makeup related items. So let's move on. So next I'm going to use the Farsali Rose Gold Elixir. This is basically a 24K gold infused beauty oil. So this is, as it says, it's a facial oil, and I recommend using this only when you want your skin to look extremely dewy and hydrated. If you are an oily skin person, I would not really recommend it unless you have to use it, but for a dry skin person, this is amazing. Okay, one thing I want to tell about this product is that Nykaa also has beauty facial oils, but I'll recommend this one more because Nykaa ones are very strong as in like they left an after taste in my mouth, and my eyes started watering. So for sensitive skin, for sensitive eyes, don't use that. So that's when this one comes handy. So you can always use the Farsali product. It's very light on your skin and it gets the job done pretty well. So now I'm gonna move on to primers. I'm using the NYX Total Control Drop Primer. So the Farsali one basically was to like make my skin look hydrated and dewy. and this one is basically I'm priming my face. So yeah, I'm gonna take few drops. One thing about this primer is that I love it. I've used it a couple of times and it suits me so well. It's like butter, gives hydration, but it's so light on your skin. And yeah, I totally love this primer. This primer and all the products I've shown you before, it's all available on Nykaa, so you can easily purchase them. Okay, now I'm gonna spritz some Fix Plus. It'll give me some like watery effect, so I might feel less oily and it feels like a good hydration. So Fix Plus, it also works like a primer sometimes, so yeah, I'm using it. You can see that I feel so hydrated right now. Yeah, I need this to dry off I need to wait for a couple of minutes, then I'm gonna start with my foundation. Okay, for foundation I'm gonna use the MAC foundation in NC35, and I'm also using the Estee Lauder foundation. This is not the Estee Lauder Double Wear, not the usual one. This is the Double Wear Light Soft Matte Hydra Makeup. Usually the Double Wear, the bottle ones, I don't recall the actual name, that's very dewy, and this is more matte. So I needed a matte foundation, so I took this one. And yeah, you can purchase this on Sephora. And one thing, this is my beauty sponge. You can see that my puppy did this. And this was my favorite sponge, by the way. So just a shout out to Isaac Mukherjee for destroying my makeup stuff. I hate you for this, but I still love you. You're very cute. One thing I also like to do is mix foundations. Usually people don't do that, people don't recommend that, but I really love mixing foundations because I feel like that just gives me better coverage. It's not that a foundation I'm using is less coverage and the other one I'm using is like a high coverage foundation, but I feel like just a second. Two foundations, like the concoction of two foundations, I feel it's very satisfying to me, and yeah, I love doing that. Yeah, this is the MAC one. Now I'm gonna take the Estee Lauder one. I've only used this Estee Lauder foundation once, that too indoors, not outdoors, so I can't give you a proper review on that one, but till date I'm liking it. So yeah. Now I'm really liking the foundations. This may not look the same color, but I assure you it's a lighting problem. But yeah, this looks really nice. The coverage is pretty good. Yeah, these parts look ashy, but I just assure you that's because these are like shadowy areas of my skin, of my face rather. So these just go away with concealer and things. But I like the coverage of this foundation really. These foundations really good. And it's also, like, you can see that it's glowy, it's dewy. That's because of the first cellulose coating. So yeah, that did its magic. Okay, so next thing on the agenda is concealer. I use 3 concealers. It's one is the LA Girl Pro Conceal, amazing concealer, one of the best. The other is the Fit Me, again, amazing concealer. I use these two because of these dark areas. You can see that these look ashy. So I fix them with these concealers, and I use the third one, which is again the Maybelline Fit Me, to brighten my under eyes. So yeah, so this first I'm gonna start with the Elegant Pro Conceal in shade, that's the shade Medium Bisque. The shade's Medium Bisque. My god, did I just run out? I hope not. I hope not. God. Oh my god, it's gonna run out. Okay, but don't worry guys, I'm gonna work with this. Nothing to worry, I have other two concealers, so they are gonna save me. Yeah, it's the last drop. Sheesh. So these are the areas I also cover, so this is done. I saved one more time. I'm gonna blend this all out. I'm using another sponge because it's gone. Yeah, looks good. I know I've been silent for a long time, but please guys bear with me. This is like my first time I'm talking through a video, so I'm pretty confused what to do. Concealer number 2 is the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade Cafe. This is mostly to cover these ashy areas, nothing else. And I also sometimes use it as like an eyeshadow primer. Yeah. So I'm gonna do this. One thing is that I pick these concealers very light-handedly, so my face does not get cakey and it looks natural and normal. So yeah, that's how I use it. I've got a question like, does it get cakey using so many concealers? But no, these concealers are pretty much lightweight, and I use them with a pretty light hand. Finally, to brighten my under eyes, I use the Maybelline Fit Me in 20 Sand. Just my under eyes to give my nose and chin a highlight. So like these are like the upper points of the face, so when the light touches it looks shiny, so that's what we call a highlight. So what are you guys up to? I've been like thinking of what videos to do. I don't know exactly, like as far as makeup videos go, I do not have my eyebrows done. As you can see, it looks disgusting. So yeah, I need to figure out how to get those stained, and then I'll let you know what I'm gonna do. Bring it down. Yeah, my face and my entire body is pretty much the same, and the little bit of this part looks pale, so that's gonna go away after contouring and bronzing. Next part is contouring, and for that I use the Elegant Pro Conceal in the shade mahogany. So that a lot of people have asked me that why do I use concealer as a contour, because I love using cream contours, and like the cream contours that are available are I don't really like them as much, so I love using this as a contour, because this is more an ashy color, and contours is basically the shadows that fall on your face. If you just put on lots of foundation, your face starts looking flat and pale. So this contour is what brings dimension into your face, and bronzer is to give you the sun-kissed look. So for contour, I prefer ashy shades, so that's why I go for this LA Girl Pro Conceal, and yeah, I get a good contour using this. Okay, so next thing on the agenda is powder. I use the Maybelline Fit Me Loose powder. It's the only powder I own. This is my holy grail, my trusty powder. So this is in the shade 25 medium wine. So first, I'm gonna powder my under eyes. Basically, I powder the parts that I've used concealer. So I'm gonna start with a wet beauty blender. I'm gonna slowly dab and set it. I don't really like baking because I feel like it makes my skin look flaky and dry. So I like using a beauty blender and pushing the powder in. So I am pushing the powder in. I've used concealer here, here and here. So I'm gonna push the powder in these regions to set the face. I just set my eyes. Now I'm gonna take a fluffy brush, a very fluffy brush. I'm gonna take some powder and I'm gonna dust it all over my face very loosely. So like when I'm using bronzer and highlighter and blush, it does not get patchy, so my skin stays smooth. So yeah, I just dust the powder everywhere. Okay, so next thing, before I do my eyes, I need to do my eyebrows. I'm gonna use the K-Beauty eyebrow pencil and I'm gonna quickly do it off camera. Okay, so with my eyebrows done, I'm gonna quickly move off to bronzer. So for bronzer, I'm gonna use two products. One's the Makeup Revolution bronzer and another is the HUDA bronzer, which I can't locate right now. Okay, just a second. Where is the HUDA one? Oh, there it is. So the Benefit HUDA bronzer. Yeah, I'm gonna use both of these bronzers because that just I feel looks best on me. Yeah. So next thing on the agenda is I'm gonna melt and set the powders and the creams and everything that's gone on your face with Fix Plus. So yeah. So yeah, this will just set everything in place. And now we are gonna continue with our eyes. So I'm gonna start with the Huda Beauty New Nude palette. So a little bit about this palette is that this was my first high-end product ever. So yeah, this palette is very close to my heart. So okay, so now to business. We're gonna use the shade Teddy, and we're gonna put it all over our crease, all over our lip. The closer you got to me, the faster I try to leave. Like a mirage, like a mirage. The scars that you don't let keep on my arms, I appear empty. Like a mirage, like a mirage. Further on, I'm going to use this Swiss Beauty palette. As you can see, it's pretty much used and abused. And yeah, this is one of my favorite palettes. It's got mostly nudes, cool tone, nudes, warm tones, shades. And I'm going to use this shade right now. And I'm going to just give a dimension to my crease. Take a flat top brush and I'm gonna use the color, the shade Secret on my lid. I'm gonna take the Swiss Beauty liquid eyeshadow. This is the rosy shade, and yeah, I'm gonna take it on a flat top brush, and I'm gonna place it on the center of my lid, right here. Take it on a flat top brush, center of my lid, and I'm gonna take my finger and like blend it out, blend the harsh edges out. Yeah, finally, for the star of our show, I am going to take the colors, shades rather, I should stop saying colors, Spanked and Love Bite, and I'm going to put them in my inner corners. only highlighter palette I use and I own is the Makeup Revolution highlighter palette in collaboration with Sof. So yeah, I think I'm gonna use the shade. I'm gonna use these two shades. Yeah, I need my highlighter brush. Where is it? Oh my god, I can't find my things when I need them. I need to So this is the Maybelline gel liner, and I thought for a second that I'll do it on camera, but I'm gonna do a very thin wing, but yeah, I won't be able to do it on camera, so just 2 seconds and I'll be back. For lip, I'm using the Maybelline New York Super Stay Pink. These are in the shades. What's the shade? My god. Oh, Amazonian. And ruler. First one. A little ruler, and I'm gonna just dot it on my lips. And I'm gonna spread it with my fingers. And I'm gonna take Amazonian and I'm gonna dot it off. Look much better, I swear. I feel like I need some more blush. Yeah. You guys so much for watching. I know this is not a very usual makeup look, it's very loud, and yeah, so I did want to try something different from my daily monochromatic looks. So yeah, I tried this one and I hope you guys liked it. Thank you.